I just hit my knee and it hurt really bad. And I think especially hurt even more after doing vertical plyo, which really sucked.
I wish I was there. I'd kiss your boo-boo. I'm so sorry.
I'm really glad that the volume was so low that nobody could hear you.
I said, I wish I was there so I could kiss your boo-boo.
Shut up.
So I haven't worked out yet. So and you told me to wait and talk to you about this. So I was a little under the weather yesterday, and I made the comment to you that I was going to try to play catch up, and you said that we should address this on the webisode. So what should someone like myself do who misses a day due to unforeseen circumstances?
What were the unforeseen circumstances?
I was not feeling well. We were out all day in the cold and the snow flurries and tailgating, and it was just, I woke up and I just felt like I had a fever and I just felt horrible.
Oh yeah, I didn't know if it was like a mental thing.
Hungover?
Were you hungover?
No, I thought that's what you were getting at, so I wasn't sure.
I don't believe you.
I wasn't hungover. I promise you, I was not hungover.
So we don't lie to each other.
I'm not lying to you. I have not slept since Friday night. 3 nights in a row I had zero sleep, and then yesterday I think it just caught up to me. I felt like teetotal crap, but I feel better today. I literally woke up at one point early Monday morning, and I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna die. Like, it was horrible. Like, it was like 3:30 in the morning, and I just felt horrible. But anyway, enough about that.
No. So it makes sense though, because a lot of people will work out through illness when the reality is you have to listen to your body. Like, some people are like, oh, I'm just gonna sweat out my cold, and 2 days later they're like, oh my God, I shouldn't have worked out. You know what I'm saying?
So should I just pick up today with vertical plyo, or should I try to go back and do, obviously maybe not do doubles, but try to make up a workout later in the week, as long as it's not the same type of workout? Like,
well, yeah, I mean, you can just, what'd you forget? You didn't do strength, you didn't do speed and agility.
Correct. So obviously I don't want to do speed and agility and vertical plyo in the same day.
No.
No. So then what, so like on a day that we had strength, could I make up an extra speed and agility, or do you just let it go?
I say on the next relief day, which I think is, what is relief? Tomorrow?
I have to look at the schedule.
I don't know the schedule either. But on a relief day, since you took a rest day, do like trade a rest day for a rest day.
All right, that makes sense.
But I mean, it happens all the time. People get sick, or they, like for us, we didn't work out Saturday. I had to skip Saturday. Wait, did we work?
No, you skipped Saturday because you were.
Oh yeah, I had to skip Saturday, and then because we flew from Charlotte, got home at like 4:30, and then we had a birthday party to go to, and
Sunday was a relief day.
Yeah, Sunday was relief. So since I took a break on Saturday, then Sunday morning before I jumped back on a plane to go to cold ass Milwaukee, we did strength, and then I did speed and agility yesterday. And I said to somebody, like, I mean, I posted that it was day 14 when it was actually day 15 yesterday.
Dude, does your body feel as beat up as mine does right now from ASYLUM?
So here's the biggest secret of today's webisode is some of those jumps in vertical plyo.
Wait, you modified them?
Yeah, I modified them. I was like, I took some weights. I took some 12-pound weights, and I did like squats instead. But the lateral jumps at the end, I went into a good old school ballet plie squat.
You know what? That's what I'm going to do today, because my left hip flexor hurts so bad. Like, my hip flexor is so jacked up, and I might do. And I think I saw you do some stuff when we did vertical plyo last week. I remember you doing some modifications, and when you've been here, I've watched you use the Bosu balls with weights and do squats and stuff like that. So I like the fact that people saw, I almost specifically say you because I die all the time, but to see you dying in game day the other day, I think was awesome for people to realize that this is a freaking hard program.
It's hard. So, yeah, I mean, It's interesting because I get a lot of adrenaline when I'm in the workout. Excuse me. I'm battling my cold still. So, but when I'm home, it's tough because I just have to rely on Shaun T to motivate me, but which is great but also when I'm in the DVDs, I'm doing it and I'm moving. Whereas when I'm home, I'm like I stay in the move as long as I possibly can, and I really try to jump higher every time. I try to do the best that I can do, and I don't mind getting tired. Like people shouldn't mind getting tired and having to take a break or um, grabbing water or just laying there for a second. Even though I try to motivate you to get back up and to keep going, you shouldn't even like. My thing is, if you are pushing yourself as hard as you can possibly push yourself to the point where you need to take a break, that should always be celebrated and never be looked down upon because there's so many people out there who are afraid to actually just even do a jumping jack. They'd be like, I ain't doing that. And we're in this workout, I call it the gauntlet, and we're doing this, we're putting our bodies through craziness. So hopefully at the end of this 30 days, we come out on the other side. And again, everything seems easier. Like you want things to seem easier after you finish a fitness regimen. I mean, depends on what you're doing. I don't think you're going to find any of my workouts that easy. It's like
I have a question from somebody that was asking me in one of our Facebook groups. I don't know if it was yours or mine, but it was a lady, and she was asking, what do you recommend for, and I guess I relate to this because I have a horrible sweet tooth. What do you recommend as a healthy option for people that have really strong sweet tooths? Is it just like I know dark chocolate, like on your show, my diet is better than yours. I think it was the wild diet. The guy was talking about eating really, really dark chocolate that's real actual cocoa or dark whatever. I mean, what are your thoughts?
So I actually like the superfood swap diet advice on sweets. And that is only eat sweets outside of your house. Because where you gain the most weight is actually inside of your house when you have a midnight snack or when you do have the chocolate and you have that sweet tooth happening. If you just say, I'm home, like I'm not going to work at 2 o'clock in the morning, so that's one option, to only enjoy sweets outside of the house. The other thing is when I was at my leanest, now I'm like, I don't know, probably like 7 and something percent body fat, 8. But when I was at 4, I would wake up in the middle of the night with these crazy, ridiculous cravings where I wanted to punch the wall. And I would have honeydew melon and watermelon in my refrigerator. I would literally saunter to the kitchen and stand at the refrigerator with the refrigerator door open and just eat these honeydew melon and eat the watermelon. And oh my goodness, it made me feel so much better. And I felt better because I didn't resort to chocolate or, popcorn that's in the cabinet or, things that you're going to be like, I can't even believe I did that. I had absolutely no regrets for eating the honeydew melon and watermelon or cantaloupe or whatever was in there. So, and it's really good. So I think that's really to have your sweet options available.
I like that.
With
I'm literally I think I'm gonna run down to the store, the one right down the road that I won't say the name because they're not everywhere in the country and some people wouldn't know what it was. But I'm gonna go get some of that. That's actually, I like that idea a lot. And I do like the idea of eating it outside the house. Because when we were here celebrating my birthday last week, we didn't have a cake here, and that was nice. So we only ate out when we were out, and that's yeah, I like that.
Yeah, so I kind of like that, and I don't really have any food in my house except for prep foods right now anyway because I'm never home. So I mean, I do have some sweets in my house that I haven't gotten rid of yet, but I have control, so. I do.
I've got one more that we kind of talked about. Do you want me to kind of bring it up?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I can't relate to this question, but I've actually seen it more than once, and I liked what Scott said when we talked about it when you guys were here a couple of days ago. But I think it was somebody on your page that made the comment of, hey, you know, I'm doing ASYLUM and I'm just not finding it that challenging. And I'm just like, what do you say? I liked what Scott said, but how do you address that with people that are like, oh, I don't know about ASYLUM, man. It's just, you know, like, I don't even know why. I can't even wrap my mind around saying that, but there's people that say that. And they might even say that about Max 30, which is still I can't wrap my mind around.
If you find it easy, you're not doing it right. That's all I have to say. You're not doing it right, and you're definitely not pushing yourself, because, you know, but that happened with Insanity. So a lot of people out there who finish Insanity, you know, people would tell me, like, I find Insanity too easy. And I'll let you guys be the judge on that. Because if you find Insanity easy, either you're taking steroids or performance-enhancing drugs, or you're just not pushing yourself. You know what I mean? And that's just the bottom line. I mean, I'm not going to convince someone that, oh my God, this workout is hard, because I consider a lot of people watching this video, or, you know, especially on my fans or people who have completed my workouts, I mean, it's living proof that it's hard. So the bottom line is, tough trainer, put some pep in your step, because if I come into the room and you do that workout, and this happens a lot, when I work out with people for the first time, they're like, oh, that's what that workout's supposed to feel like? A lot of people.
Dude, and you know, I think it's true even if you just work out with a friend of yours, like just have somebody over to your house as accountability partners, or just somebody that, like, when you work out with anybody other than yourself, I think you find yourself pushing harder no matter what. But oh my God, I'll never forget the first time I worked out with you live. It was like, oh yeah, I thought I was working out until now.
Yeah, because we all, well, I don't, because not because I'm better. I don't, because the way I was trained in sports, especially my coach, Sonny Anderson, I'll never forget him. Like, if you weren't throwing up, if you weren't like dead tired at the end of that 30-second break, he was like, you ain't doing it right, and you have to run faster, or you're not leaving practice. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
But you know what else that people need to keep in mind? I just flashed back to last year in Arizona with you and Scott on the tennis courts, and we were doing those athletic agility or training, like we did those sports related stuff at the tennis court, and we were kind of doing the workouts you made up. And I remember saying something to you and Scott, and I remember it was just the three of us, and I felt like the most out of shape, horrible, useless piece of human life on the face of the earth, because I was sucking so bad in my mind. I was using those words at the time, and I just remember going, oh my God, I'm just horrible, because we were doing time relays and we were doing things where my speed and effectiveness affected the two of you. And I just remember Scott looking at me and going, you got to remember, me and Shaun and I have been athletes all of our life. You didn't start working out till you were 33. So, like, you're not supposed to be in the same kind of shape as us. And it's like people compare themselves, and even like people that just start working out that come over and work out with us in our in our gym or whatever, they say the same thing. And I'm just like, that was a very valuable lesson for me. And I have to give Bro Balls credit for that, as I watched him walk behind the camera here a second ago, just doing his little photo bombing. But like,
the camera couldn't see him.
I know, thank God, because of his outfit. But like, he was right, and I think a lot of people compare themselves either to the videos or to other people, and I think people just need to. And like, I even find myself comparing myself to the first time I did ASYLUM, when I could do lateral jumps and do like 30 or more consecutively, and now I'm down to 3 ladder links, and I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible. I used to be so much better, but I was also 6-7 years younger. You know, or however many years it was.
5
years younger, yeah.
But, you know, it's true. I mean, even when I started playing tennis, I mean, my footwork and everything wasn't the same as it is now, you know? Like, and I used to get frustrated because I was like, you know, why is Scott better than me? But I'm like, hello, it's called experience. And the same thing when it comes to working out. Muscle memory is very important. Even push-ups. Like if we don't do push-ups for 5 days, they suck in the first day. But then your muscle memory takes over, your flexibility. Like there's so many things that come into play when it comes to exercise, and it's not just about your fitness level. It's more about just your experience and your body actually knowing what to do, which takes me back to that question of ASYLUM. If you, or any workout, if you're not doing it, if you feel like it's easy, you need to get some water. I was gonna say get some popcorn, but I don't want you to do that. And sit down and watch the workouts without doing it, so you can see like, oh, you know, that's what I'm supposed to be doing, and then do it if you have that kind of time.
The last thing I was gonna ask the two of you, non-fitness related, and I almost don't want to bring it up, but there's a game Sunday. I just wanted to see if my bro balls and my soul were going to be pulling for my Panthers on Sunday against the Cardinals.
I'm pulling for the Broncos.
But what about the NFC?
No, I don't care. You want to know why? You want to know why?
Why?
Because you are the complete representation of the Carolina Panthers. Cocky, want to throw it in people's faces.
Oh my God. All right, Scott, you said if we beat Seattle, you were pulling for us. I can see you. The camera can't see you, but Najee, are you in or out?
Wait, I'm going to answer for him. I was wearing a Broncos hat when Scott and I first met. So the Broncos, as long as they're in it, they will always be our favorite team. But I'll let him answer just because.
I'm a man of my word. I will root on the Carolina Panthers.
Yay!
In other words, are the night we met it doesn't matter to him anymore, which I'm totally fine with that.
No, you know what? Sunday was a good game. Seahawks, I have a lot of respect for the Seahawks.
Oh, you're just saying that because they won. I'm going to cut you off right now.
No, let me tell you. Cam Newton and Russell Wilson are the new Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Those two are going to be battling for years to come, and I think it's going to be a great rivalry, and I have a lot of respect for the Seahawks. I really do. They scare the hell out of me. I was scared to hell.
Oh, my God. Do you hear how he's like talking? He's like, oh, they scare the heck out of me, and oh, my God. You're only saying that because y'all won, and I'm not.
When we went out to eat for my birthday, Ryan was the only one at the table talking smack. Jason and I both were like, shut up, Ryan. Shut up, Ryan. We weren't the ones talking. I told you I was nervous.
You were so nervous that you got so drunk you couldn't work out the next day.
Man, I wish I had my sunglasses because I need some. Oh my God.
No, we don't.
No shade.
We don't throw.
Shedding light.
We don't throw shade in these parts. It's too sunny in Arizona. We just shed light. We people call things shady. I'm like, I ain't being shady. I'm just telling you what it's really about.
I still love both of you, and I wasn't hungover yesterday for the record, but I understand. I digress.
I still have a Carolina Panthers hat. We'll see. This depends on.
By the way, there's a pair of pants in your closet that you bought two of that we were going to wear at some point last year. I would love to have those to wear Sunday at the game, but I'm just saying.
You're lying. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what? If I was there, I'd take the camera and I'd go up there and show you where they are.
You ain't taking this camera into my bedroom. All right, everybody.
Love you, soul. Love you, bro balls.
I hope we didn't waste 18 minutes and 55 seconds of your life. Have a good day. Peace out.